I finally caught a train, Olga. Olga, I caught a train. In Vermilion. In Vermilion, I caught a train. I just hope it don't stop. Slowing down.
Hi, my name is Jessica Howell. I'm a communications major at the Moody Bible Institute. The MBI verse of the week is found in Mark 13:32-33.
Auto racks, all auto racks.
Not even the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Be on guard. Be alert.
Van vacíos.
You do not know when that day will come.
No se ve ni un carro en ellos.
Mark 13:32-33.
Bueno, que está oscuro.
Moody Bible Institute verse of the week.
Tiene que haber carro ahí.
Father's Day weekend. Happy Saturday. Scott Thunder with you. When Mark Joe became president of the Moody Bible Institute some years ago, he was the guest on First Person to talk about taking on a new job. Now God has called Mark to another work, and he's Wayne Shepherd's guest once again. What has he learned? What is his new assignment in the kingdom of Christ? Listen to the latest interview with Mark Jobe on First Person this afternoon, 2:30 p.m. Central on Moody Radio.
Hi, I'm Lynette.
Man, no los conté.
Consider this. God's
Man, se me olvidó contarlo.
and his answers are better than
Ya, it's too late.
A long time ago, I remember praying specifically for one of my sons to have friends. Of course, I was picturing friends with the popular kids. On one occasion, I had the opportunity to go on a field trip with a class. I was to chaperone my son and another little boy. This boy was not popular. I don't remember much about the field trip, but I do remember the lesson God taught me that day and the humbling thank you note that I received from this little boy. He thanked me for going on the field trip, and he thanked me for my son.
CPD.
Kind to him and the best friend he ever had. God's ways aren't higher, and he did more than answer my petitions for a friend for my son. He was molding my son to be a friend. This is Lynette with Moms in Prayer. To join or start a group, visit momsinprayer.org. Consider this as a production of Moody Radio.
Hey, this is Roy Patterson. I believe that God is a God of variety. When it comes to praise and worship, He enjoys it all. But we've decided to begin a ministry called Urban Praise Radio, a soulful blend of Christian music. I really believe that God wants to use us to fix our minds on heavenly things, even when earthly things seem to be going wrong. So if you'd like to join us, please tune in on urbanpraiseradio.org. That's urbanpraiseradio.org.
Join Moody Radio for an unforgettable 7-day Alaskan cruise, June 2027. Experience the majesty of America's last frontier. Enjoy incredible cruise ship amenities and flourish spiritually under the teaching of radio hosts Carl Clausen, Be with God, Dr. Michael Rydelnik, the passage we're looking at today, plus worship with Micah Tyler.
This one's a long one.
Place now at moodyradio.org. Sponsored by C.H. Hansen.
You know, sometimes when Father's Day rolls around, I'd like to preach on the prodigal son. Hi there, I'm Chuck Swindoll. If I did, I would call it this: the wayward lad and the waiting dad. Because I think it's really an account of an affectionate father, even more than it is an account of a rebellious son. You remember the story. The strong-willed son strikes out on his own, taking all of his inheritance with him as his life spirals downward.
There goes the end.
It never dawned on that son.
There it goes. At the end, 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 the end.